You've worked hard to prepare a presentation, but when the time comes to deliver it, your mind races, your body gets tense, and you perform far below your potential. This happens to most of us when giving presentations, taking exams, or competing in high-stakes games. Pressure always erodes performance, but you can keep it to a minimum. After studying the best books in performance psychology, books like Performing Under Pressure, 10-Minute Toughness, and The Confident Mind, I've realized there are a handful of reliable ways to neutralize pressure and perform as well as you practice. I distilled the lessons I've learned into a 5-letter acronym that you can remember the next time your skills are put to the test and you feel pressure to perform. The acronym is B.R.A.V.E. Let me walk you through it. In the moments before a presentation, your mind races if you start thinking of things you can't control, like how an audience will respond to your opening line. But there is one thing you have complete control over: your breathing. And the wonderful thing about controlling your breathing is that when you do it right, it's the fastest way to feel comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. This is why the first letter in the B.R.A.V.E. acronym stands for breath control. When you feel pressure, start a controlled 4-2-6 performance breath. 4 in through the nose, 2 hold, 6 out through the mouth. Repeat. This slow breath, with a slightly longer exhale, triggers a parasympathetic response and switches your body out of threat mode. When I do the 4-2-6 breath, I like to create a slight hum at the back of my throat, like a quiet Darth Vader breathing sound. This slight hum, which no one can hear but me, creates a 15-fold increase in nitric oxide. Nitric oxide gas increases blood circulation throughout the body, which provides calm energy so you feel up for the challenge ahead. My performance results are largely outside of my control, but executing a set of 4-2-6 breaths is within my control. And when I do it well, it feels like an early win. Under pressure, the mind produces ants, automatic negative thoughts. Thoughts like, what if I screw this up? And don't look nervous. Kill these ants with confident self-talk in the form of a powerful reminder. This brings us to the R in B.R.A.V.E., reminder statement. A reminder statement sounds like, I've put in the effort, I've had success, and I've made massive progress. Now I get to show off the work I've done. Dr. Zinser, director of the Performance Psychology program at West Point Military Academy, says your mind maintains a bank account of memories for your sport, craft, or profession. You fund that account with ESPs, vivid memories of effort, success, and progress. If you've worked hard to prepare for a performance, you just need a reminder that your account is loaded and you should feel rich with confidence. Make it easier to recall the effort you put into training, the success you've had completing high-pressure drills in practice, and the progress you make week to week by updating a training log after every practice session. Think of this training log like a ledger entry for your confidence account. When Beyoncé feels nervous before performing, she turns into Sasha Fierce, an alter ego she created to transform from a shy choir girl to a pop superstar. The instant she activates her alter ego, her posture improves, and she's excited to get on stage. Beyoncé isn't being fake. She's using an alter ego she created to amplify qualities she has and allow her to be a great performer. This brings us to the A in B.R.A.V.E., alter ego activation. Think of the qualities you most want to display when you perform. It could be calm and laser-focused, or upbeat and charismatic. Then think about who or what embodies those qualities. This can be a famous person, a fictional character, or an animal. Now come up with a fun nickname for an alter ego you can roleplay during practice. Kobe Bryant developed his Black Mamba alter ego in practice by feeling like he was fast, smooth, and terrifying. Then he triggered it just before games by putting on his jersey and visualizing the snake's lethal precision and focus. Maybe you put on a dress shirt and go into a sales meeting as the closer, an alter ego who is friendly and charismatic, but relentless. Most performers visualize smooth performances, but the best ones visualize nerve-wracking events and see themselves calmly executing under pressure. Michael Phelps didn't just picture perfect races. He visualized his goggles filling with water mid-race or a cramp in his leg when he pushed off the wall. Then he'd see himself staying serenely focused and winning anyway. This brings us to the V in B.R.A.V.E., visualization. Try this 2-step visualization before your next performance. First, picture a calm and flawless performance in real time for 1 minute. imagine what you see, hear, and feel. Then, add pressure. Imagine getting to a critical part in your performance, like standing at the foul line with the game tied and a minute left, or getting a difficult question from your boss during a presentation. Feel the butterflies in your stomach, and then see yourself handling it like a pro. It's the final hole of the 2005 PGA Championship. Phil Mickelson is tied for the lead. He's just hit his famous flop shot from the rough, landing the ball about 3 feet from the hole. He just needs to sink this 3-footer for his second major title and a place in golf history. The pressure is suffocating because the trophy is on the line and he should make it. But Mickelson knew that if he thought about how important this putt was, his hands would shake. So he immediately brought his mind back to the practice green at home, where he finishes every practice session with 100 consecutive 3-footers around the hole. As he approached the championship putt, he didn't tell himself, this is for the win. He told himself, this is just like putt number 65 at home. Like Mickelson, get your mind off the importance of a performance by equating it to a familiar, low-stakes series of actions. An upcoming exam is just like another practice test. Delivering a presentation to a big crowd is like delivering it in your living room to your dog. Same words, same gestures. Every intimidating performance is just a series of actions you've done before, but in a different setting. This is why the E in B.R.A.V.E. stands for equating. Before your next performance, complete the following sentence. This is just like blank. Fill in the blank with a similar, lower stakes version you're about to do. Say that phrase 3 times while visualizing both scenarios side by side. Notice the pressure diminish as you equate them. In the end, when you feel the pressure rising before an important performance, like a big meeting, exam, interview, or game, remember to be brave. Breathe a 4-2-6 to feel in control. Remind yourself of past effort, success, and progress. Activate your high-performing alter ego. Visualize yourself dealing with pressure, and equate your performance to something much more mundane. Those were the top 5 performance habits I picked up from dozens of peak performance books over the years. If you'd like a 1-page PDF summary of these techniques, just click the link in the description below, and I'll email it to you. If you've already signed up for the free Productivity Game newsletter, this PDF is in your inbox.